Gene Gallen here with the Chatham Journal. I'm at Seaforth High School with Coach Berger, or otherwise known as Coach K, which she prefers. But hey, we talked a bunch of weeks ago, and you just won this three matches to 0. And I think the last time we talked, I said, I'm going to ask you next time we see you where you've seen the biggest improvements in both individuals and in the team. So where have you seen the biggest improvements?
We're growing as a team. We're growing in communication. So that's what we're working on, and that's what we're continuing to grow on. Every day they're getting better at showing me that they want to improve on their personal goals, and that's what they're doing. And every day we come out here to practice and get better, and that's what they've done every game. So I can't say anything else really. I can't be more proud of them. So every day they come out here and they're better than they were the day before.
All right.
So.
Well, that's great coach speak, but let's break that down. Better in communications.
Yes.
Specifically, an example. What do you mean by that?
Not being quiet on the court and calling and talking to each other. We still have a few dropped balls without talking to each other, but not nearly as many as we did those first few games.
Definitely can see that. And then you also said they worked on their personal goals.
Yes.
Again, what do you mean by that, for example?
We sat down and they each set their own individual personal goals for themselves, and they've been working towards those, and they are completing those individual goals themselves.
Now, did you make them write that down?
Yes, and they have them in their locker rooms.
Okay, very good. For persuasion purposes and for daily affirmations. And I forget what the third bit of coach speak you threw in there. How many games have you won, by the way?
This is 2.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just 2.
Well, that's fine, but overall, communications improved, personal goals improved. Who have you seen the biggest improvements in? Which individuals?
Probably Lily Doolin. She's transitioned into being a middle hitter for us. Kendall Anderson, who wasn't really going to set, but she's turned into one of our other setters for us. Are probably the 2 people that we've seen and asked a lot out of, and they've done that for us as a team and for their teammates.
Overall, I assume you see more room for growth for the remainder of the season?
Yes.
And are you also seeing potential as to coming into next year? I know it's way too early to ask, but I mean, I've seen improvements.
Every day, yeah. There's always improvements. I mean, we have a long ways to go. It's this game's more about skill, and it's teaching those kids that it's teaching them that it's more than just bump, set, spike. It's the strategy behind the game. It's reading the opponent across the net. So there's more to learn, and they're getting there, and they know it. They see it. They'll read our minds before they say it. We're sitting there hollering at them on the sidelines, and they're like, "I know, coach." So they know what they've done wrong before we even kind of have to say anything to them. So
when you say they're reading your minds, they're actually starting to do stuff that you told them to do when you first started out, but they're now doing it on their own.
Or they know that they did something they shouldn't have done, and we've called them on it, and they know. Then they go, "I know I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry." So we're getting there. We're working on the little mistakes. It's the nerves, it's the hyperness, it's the excitement of being out here. And you see this a lot with younger players where they want to get out and they just want to swing. Sometimes it's not about swinging, it's about being smart.
And also to remind people, you only have freshmen and sophomores.
Right.
Brand new school, so we're not talking juniors and seniors, we're talking freshmen and sophomores.
Right.
Well, Coach, you're doing a fantastic job. Folks, they won it today, and if you've been following Seaforth Volleyball, there have been improvements, and that's all thanks in part to Coach K, Coach Quincy, I think Coach Jones too.
Yes,
so you got 3 coaches, and you got a bunch of girls who are willing to listen and learn. Thank you very much.
Thanks.